Good afternoon, folks. I'm Jake Seaton with music.mync.com, and you're watching North Elementary on Sessions at Studio B.
Truth is here and then away. It's here right now and it's okay. I didn't think I was doing it right. Just give me some time. I didn't think I was doing it right. Some time, find some light. I was doing it right. Just give me some time. I didn't think I was doing it right. Just give me some time to find some light.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Well, John, I guess talk about how you got to this area. You grew up near Charlotte, but how'd you end up here in the Triangle?
So I grew up in Matthews outside of Charlotte, and then I went to college in Wilmington, North Carolina, and then I came here in '97, I think.
And when did you start North Elementary, and how did it come to be?
I just kind of started from like bedroom recordings in probably around 98, 99. Didn't really start playing any live shows with the band until around 2002, 2003.
What were you doing before Northie?
I played in various bands. Probably there was a band called the Comas that was probably the one most people would recognize. Mm-hmm. Then I started with a friend of mine, Andy, back in 99.
Mm-hmm. Well, so when did the actual recording career of North Elementary begin?
Well, like I said, 4-track wise, it started, I'd been recording songs since like the mid 90s and stuff. Then I kind of wanted to record with some of my friends to make a record. So we did that in probably around 2002. So it kind of started out sort of a bedroom recording thing with acoustic guitar and weird noises. And I was like, well, I want to get some of my friends involved, and they decided to help, and we kind of started from there.
At what point did you feel like North Elementary was no longer kind of like a side project, and this was your predominant thing?
Probably from after the first record, actually, because I had more time. I wasn't playing with the Comas any longer, and I don't know. It just kind of, we had a record. So, it was kind of nice getting together just in the basement of a house I was living in and having friends come over. So it kind of started feeling like it was more beyond just me at that point.
What is it about North Elementary that kind of made you want to continue to pursue it?
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, it's a vehicle for my songs, is sort of the obvious answer. But to continue to do it, just I've been in the fortunate position to have people be able to put out records that I do. I've had some fantastic musicians to play with, and that's sort of like got that aspect of it as well.
Well, way before North Elementary, when you were growing up,
Right.
what kind of music were you listening to?
Oh, wow. My mom, the distinct memory I had was my mom would listen to a lot of Motown, like in the mornings, like Saturday mornings. So sort of have this idea of eggs and bacon cooking, and then, some Motown coming from the kitchen, which is kind of weird, I guess. And then also just, when I discovered a radio could bring in all these sounds, into my bedroom from, I didn't know where they were coming from. I was young, probably 6 or 7. And found a radio, and my parents let me keep it in the room, and I was kind of intrigued by that. So I don't know if it was genre specific, but started listening to radio, about that age.
So how did you start playing music?
Well, I was a drummer kind of initially, and I would literally take pencils and set up my pillows on my bed and just try to play along to, like, the Beatles or Poison, whatever was happening at the time. And then just, once I got involved with starting to play music in high school, there's just always instruments and things around, and I kind of would just pick it up and play. I spend a lot of my time just playing different instruments, not necessarily to get better at it, but you do if you play it.
Right. Awesome. Would you mind playing a couple more songs for us?
Not at all.
Cool.
Sometimes there's a reason the devil make it, and sometimes there's no reason at all. And I'd like to take you down to the sons of Pirrotta, always hanging in, always getting out. Till we're done, everything goes. It's a choice like the other says the soul. We wanna go out, live forever as a new world woman or now. says so. We wanna go out, live forever as a new world moving on now. Live forever as a new world moving on now. It's not the perfect time, but it's a perfect time for me. Oh, I want the sun to shine down to the face of mine. That's where I like it to be. Ability to face the truth, ability inside you. I'm inside you. Come on, baby, won't you take my hand and let's get dancing again like we were friends.
Excellent. Well, let's talk about their history, but let's talk about your recording career. You put out a Weeble Wobble series that was all 7 inches.
Oh, yes.
Why did you decide that medium?
Well, first of all, I like records, you know, and I like the idea of songs. Like I think we're a very song-oriented band. And I also like the idea of just like one song having a space on one sort of medium. So it's very proactive. Like you have to like physically put it on a record player. You have to physically go over and take it off when it's done or listen to nothing, you know.
Well, you also put out another 7-inch that was a split with Pistolero.
Pistolero from Atlanta, yes.
How did that project come about?
That was just sort of like there, you know, when you're out on the road a lot, you sort of meet other musicians and other bands, and sometimes they're really good bands and musicians, and they're also sort of people you identify with, and that happens to be the case with Pistolero. And we just thought it would be fun, and we just worked it out, and we did it, and it was fun. It is fun.
All right, well, moving from vinyl to CD, could you talk about your new album? You recorded it a few years ago, but you just put it out this year.
Yeah, it's a pretty tumultuous story. We recorded a record in Virginia, maybe 3 years ago now. We had a label in the UK that was going to put it out, and they ran into some hardships health-wise, actually, not really financial, and had to kind of put that on hold. So then you kind of have to find another way to release it. Luckily, we found Eskimo Kiss, who put it out in February, I believe.
Now, I read where this album is really special to you. When you record it, you felt like there was something about it. What is it about this record?
Well, I spent, the prior records and prior like 4-track recordings and things I've always done, I just kind of like would have a collection of songs, and this is where I'm at. These are these songs, which I like. I mean, it's a sort of a song-oriented sort of project. But I was like, I'd really like to consciously write songs that I know were going to be grouped together to make a record. So this was my sort of attempt to do that. And I feel like I did an okay job with that. I'm into it. I also felt that working with Alan Weatherhead on it, who I've worked with in the past with the Comas, was also a big help in actually achieving some of this ideas and sounds that I couldn't achieve on my own. So all in all, that record ended up pretty close to how I heard the songs in my head, which is not always the case.
Right. So if you have such a love of vinyl, why not put this album out on vinyl as well? Why did it only come out on CD and digitally?
Good question. And if anybody would like to put this record out on vinyl, we're open to that. Because things cost money, and as much as I love vinyl, if I have to pick a medium to release music on currently, right now, CDs seem to serve a better purpose as far as like getting, having college radio play it, or just people buy it in general. But I do believe the next album, which we're going to start recording in September, will have a vinyl release as well as a CD release.
Well, let's talk about that album.
Okay.
What direction is that going in for you, the songwriting?
It's a tough one. I mean, because oftentimes I think the songwriting hasn't changed that much throughout the releases, but I tend to play with different musicians every 2 or 3 years, and they greatly affect, I think, sort of the way albums can tend to sound. And I'm really excited about this one because these guys, who are awesome, we've done a lot of shows on the road together, so I feel like the band is in this sort of, you get to this place where you're sort of bigger than the sum of its parts kind of thing, and I feel like we're there now, and that makes taking these new songs and new ideas sort of special when you get into the studio to capture them.
Now, are you returning to the same studio?
Same studio, and working with Al, the same producer, who I feel really comfortable with.
What does he bring into your recordings? Does he ever have like these brilliant ideas that you're like, wow, I never even thought of that?
I mean, it's everybody home record. A lot of people home record and this and that, and I'm just not one of those people besides like demoing. So I really like having somebody there who understands the equipment better than I do, who also does have ideas. but I've worked with them long enough that I feel comfortable sharing sometimes, opposing ideas about, a situation in a song or something like that. And he's really good as far as album perspective to keep track of like, well, hey, we've done this sound on like 5 songs. Maybe we shouldn't do it on this 6th song. Maybe we should try something else. And, I don't really think like that. So, but I, not for lack of wanting to, it's just not a priority for me to keep track of how many times you put a banjo on a record or whatever.
Right. Well, what are you listening to currently? Like, what's on your iPod?
Oh, wow.
And does it play a part in your songwriting?
Oh, sure. I mean, I've been really into the new Dinosaur Jr. record, Farm. I tend to stay in the sort of a comfort zone with, I like the new Wilco record a lot. Just bought Rather Ripped by Sonic Youth on vinyl. I really am into that. Yeah, I mean, it's bound to affect the songwriting, but I mean, I also spend a lot of time listening to my own songs that I record. I mean, that takes up a lot of my own time as well.
Well, when do you think we'll be able to hear some of the first tunes from the album?
Well, you just heard one on the show called Sons of Turbo Town. I don't know. We'll see. It's quite the process to start recording a record and then actually getting it to a place where people can listen to it. But who knows? That process could be quick. I hope it's quicker than it took the last record to come out.
Yeah. All right. Would you mind playing one more for us?
Not at all. Thanks again.
Take something